Hello, everyone, and happy holidays. Our Merry Christmas Eve interview here. Nettie Owens with Sapari Solutions, and I've brought Ellen Koronet today to introduce you to, and I'm really excited. We've been in conversation for a few years now, and
Seems like it.
yeah, you have something new to share, which you're excited about, and I'm excited about, and I think it's truly helpful. So, Ellen uses brilliance-based whole brain marketing to tap into unique brilliance of a brand. She creates lead magnets that broadcast this brilliance to speak directly to the best prospects and clients that you may be trying to reach. Her gamified quizzes and brand personality typing tools reach beyond habitual thinking to the whole brain to produce warm leads and repeat buyers, which makes it easy to create a seamless stream of loyal referrals. Awesome. And they're so fun. Like what you do is so fun.
Well, fun is really critical right now. You have to have fun in what you're doing in business or you're not going anywhere.
That's just so true, because the marketplace is flooded. It's flooded with people who are trying to reach their target market. It's flooded with new ideas and free stuff. So, we really have to change the paradigm, and that's what you've done here. So talk to me a little bit. Lead magnet quizzes is kind of a unique concept, and perhaps people have tried to do quizzes before, but tell me a little bit about kind of your perspective on quizzes and how they work.
So I'm a creativity facilitator in addition to being a methodologist. And what I do when I sit down with my clients is I absolutely bring out that brilliance and get the passion and the fun and everything juicy flowing, so we get beyond what's already in our heads about what we think we want to ask. And you're actually discovering through a creative process that I take people through who it is you're really trying to reach and what's exciting to them and what's exciting to you. And of course, you can't do that sitting in a box of your own office all the time. So you do have to talk to people and, go back and forth, but you get much closer to really reaching people who you want to reach for the first time when you do these kinds of processes.
So I am guessing that some people who are watching this, some businesses have tried quizzes or surveys or things like that before, and maybe they didn't quite work out. What do you see as one of the biggest challenges when designing this kind of interface with your prospects, with your clients?
Right. Well, the biggest pitfall, and I actually have an infographic that I turned into an interactive quiz that that's not what I'm offering today, but if you want to get it from me, it's really easy to get. But I figured out what the top 6 pitfalls were. And the biggest one is that people think it's a one-way conversation. So they start asking questions that have nothing to do with themselves and who the person they're actually talking to. There's a real person on the other end of that. So if you insert some of your own ideas into the question, you're going to spark something much closer to a new way of thinking for them. So that's the biggest one.
Wow. I'm kind of contemplating how that would look. I mean, I've certainly been on the receiving end, and I've probably done it myself on the one-sided question. But I really, my wheels are turning about what it looks like to have more of a conversation. And is this sort of that missed opportunity, or what do you see as sort of a missed opportunity in this realm?
Well, the other missed opportunity and the second biggest thing is that people ask small questions. And size matters. Guys, size really matters here because a small question is a yes or a no, or even a true false. That's a little bit bigger, but it's still small because it's putting people one side or the other, and people usually are somewhere in the middle, or it depends, or you're not going to get very much. And what you're going to get when you ask a small question is whatever's sitting at the top of their head. What you really want to do is move into the medium size, which would be like what's your favorite color, or a multiple choice question is medium sized. Do you prefer purples or reds or greens? Those are medium-sized questions. So you're beginning to spark a little more beyond what's already there. Oh, I got to think about that for a minute. Okay.
Right.
And they'll give you a little more. But the big questions are the metaphorical questions, or the why, or the, what's behind that, or what's possible, or so really sparking beyond what's already there on the surface.
Mm-hmm. And is that possible in this quiz format? I know people oh my goodness.
Well, yeah, because so the way you do that is you ask scenario questions.
Okay.
You don't want to, a lot of times the plug and play quizzes that are out there that people are using ask too many scenarios. So they're just taking you down this fantasy world the whole time, and you're really not sitting in your own reality anymore. So you want to insert a few little, maybe one scenario question. If, you were traveling down a road and you came to a fork in the road, and this way you could choose this, and this way you could choose this, and this way you could choose, which one would you choose? Or, something having to do with your business planning or something. And then the other way to get around it is to ask things that have to do with what motivates, or what is like a simile or a metaphor. So that's how you're getting into the, beyond the obvious.
Mm-hmm. So what do you find is the most cost-effective way to design and launch a high volume quiz? So this is something I would assume you're going to be using like as a lead magnet.
Yes. So I've just signed on with a company, and I talked to several founders of several different companies, and I've been looking at these easier to use platforms for years, and I've never found one that I liked. So I've used this very complex, and I'm still going to use it for a lot of my clients, especially the bigger businesses, because they really need to do a lot more than a simple quiz. But for the basic lead magnet, you can use a company called Involve.me. And if you go through me, you get a discount. And then I have a very slight fee that I put on top of that to help really design it well. And I've worked with the founders to get them to be even more functional. So I'm really excited about it, because now we can get things right out to Facebook and social media really fast. We can, we can integrate with any email marketing platform. It has all the functionality that I've had to design on my own. That's already at your fingertips. So I'm really excited about it.
I love finding tools that work, and that work really, really well. So I'm really excited to share. And actually going to pop up this link that you shared with me early so people can check it out now. app.involve.me/lnk/brand-credibility-quiz. And that's going to be an opportunity for you to check out not only the platform that she's talking about, but also go through your own brand credibility quiz, which is excellent. So you get to see that.
What my lead magnet is. My lead magnet is, how credible is your brand? Because we've done research and we found a number of things, increase your credibility and trust, because right after credibility comes trust.
So I would think that, it feels like this kind of a lead magnet definitely increases trust and credibility, because you're giving them some information back. Typically, if they go through the quiz, they're learning as well as sharing that information with you. But I could definitely see a pitfall in trying to do this 100% on your own. You've gone through a lot of years of experience, plus just training on how humans learn and think, that has brought you to the ability to ask good questions and to get that information out.
Yes, I worked in the pharmaceutical industry for decades, and I did segmentation analysis and all kinds of multivariate studies. And that's where I learned how, and also I did focus group moderating, and I did thousands. So that's where I started to use the creativity thinking and put the two together and make it more accessible to smaller businesses, entrepreneurs. And this is really where the juice is. I mean, this is what's happening in the world right now. It's being driven by entrepreneurial thinking. So I want to make that easy.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us today, Ellen. I really appreciate it. And check out the link below.
Thank you.